Hey everyone, it's Sarah, and this is my final layout using the Roundabout kit. It's my 6th layout, and I am going to do some splattering. I'm using this Hero Arts paint dauber. It's a neon blue, and I'm going to take it and kind of slam it down a few times. I was hoping to get like big splatters. I've seen Nicole Jones 911 do this with a pink one, and it was like, oh my gosh, it was awesome. Mine did not do that. It just made little round circles. But it's fine. It is what it is. So I made those. Those dry really, really quickly, like it's already dry, so I can start layering stuff on top of it. I believe I'm using up the rest of that rainbow paper. I think that's all I have left. Pardon me, I'm texting my sister. We're talking about Vikings. She's the one who got me to start watching it. This is an old school picture of my mom and my sister and myself. We were at Universal Studios, gosh, at least, it was before I was married, so it was at least 12 years ago. We've been married almost 12 years. So we were walking around Universal, and it started downpouring just completely, and they were giving away ponchos to everybody, so we snapped a picture in our ponchos. I used that little Optimism, that green paper right there with the pattern is called Optimism, and I cut that part out of the branding strip, and I'm going to actually use that as an accent on my page. And I'm using this red cardstock that was from the kit from American Crafts to mount my picture on. And when I cut my picture, I print all my pictures at home, and when I cut the picture out, I left a white border around it. Just because I liked it. I don't really know why I did, but I did. So it almost looks like it's double matted, but it really isn't. It's only on the red. And I am going to use up that gray paper. That's the basic gray carte postale paper. I'm going to use that as a little layering underneath as well. And I have a couple branding strips there, but I don't end up using those at all. I'm kind of just figuring out exactly what I want. I know what I want to do on the top of my layout, but I'm trying to figure out what I want the center right there. Yeah, here goes the top. I'm going to start working on that now. I am using up every single one of those clouds. There's clouds and there's raindrops in that package, and I'm using up every single one of them. And it ties in perfectly because it's a layout about getting rained on. So seeing, as I was working through my kit, you know, just seeing how many clouds and raindrops and everything were in that package, that's what gave me the idea to make this page. I had already printed the picture because I knew I wanted to do it because it's one of my favorite pictures of the three of us. But it got me to commit to going ahead and making it and using up all those things there. And that's a little sheet of printables that I had gotten. It might have been from Studio Calico. It's been a while though, so I don't know if they still have it available anymore. I just kind of keep it on my desk and dig into it every once in a while. So I'm layering those two pieces there. So it says Awesome Optimism because even though we got rained on, we were still like laughing and giggling the whole time, and we just kind of had fun with it instead of getting upset that we got rained on. I mean, you're in Florida, you're going to get rained on, and it's going to stop really quickly usually. So we had a good time with it, even though we were in those terrible, ugly yellow ponchos. So I'm kind of cleaning up the edges of that die cut there because they were a little bit ragged. I'm going to go through here and I pull out that little red tab. I'm just going to stick that there. I'm just kind of seeing what I want to add to the center there to help embellish that part. And I'm just going to go ahead and start sticking a few things down here. And my ATG screws up on me. I got to tighten it a little bit. making sure everything's straight. I do like the way that turned out. And that circle that I was cleaning up there, that's from the Studio Calico die cut pack from an older kit. So I'm going to go ahead and start sticking all these clouds and raindrops down. Every single one. I'm really glad I used all of those up. I still have a few things in that bag there. There's like a dog and a car and a van and I think a tree. There's some trees in there and things like that. So I'll end up using those on, you know, other projects eventually. I'll just keep them close to my desk so I can dig into it whenever I feel the need. I could definitely use the dog one because I have 2 dogs, so I know I'll probably use that one up here pretty quick. And texting my sister about Vikings, I'm sure. She's funny. That's her next to me in the picture there. That's my mom and myself and my sister, and we always talk about TV shows and get each other to watch things. And I told her a while ago to watch Veronica Mars because I had started watching Veronica Mars, which is super old, but and I loved it. I binged it super quickly, and I told her, I was like, okay, you need to watch this the next time you need a show to watch. She said, okay, I'll get to that in like 3 years because we both have shows. Like, our list of shows to watch are ridiculous because we keep, you know, encouraging each other to watch shows, so it's ridiculous. My mom is just as bad too, so yeah. All right, so I'm going to do a little bit more with some mist. This is Bonnie Blue, Mr. Huey's mist, and I'm going to take that eyedropper, or yeah, eyedropper I guess is what it's called, and I'm going to make a bunch of drops to kind of mimic rain. And it drops really thickly, like that one is a bubble, so I had to kind of pop it. And I wasn't sure if I should wait for it to dry like that, because I didn't know how long that was going to take, honestly, because they're like little bubbles almost. So what I ended up doing was I grabbed a paper towel and I just kind of put like a little corner of it right directly into the center, and it kind of soaked into the paper towel. However, it also smudged it. And at first I was like, oh man, it's ruining my pretty drops. But honestly, I let it sit, you know, and kind of was like, okay, well, let's see how it looks when it dries. And honestly, it looks like it rained on my layout, which is really the point of, you know, even having that stuff up there. It's supposed to mimic rain. So, I like it. I ended up liking it. So, and I'm going to also add some Kelly Perky sequins. These are gray sequins, and I'm just going to kind of dot those around, and that's going to kind of help add to the rain effect. Add a little shine in there as well. I love those things because they're flat. They're flat sequins. They're not curved or anything like that. So when you put them in your albums, you know, there's no chance of them breaking off or any ends getting snapped off or anything like that because they just sit completely flat. I love those things, even though they're hard to get back in the bag. I'm trying to get them all in there. So I do like the way that looks. I'm going to get into this Heidi swap again. I know I can't remember how many things I grab. I know I grab an orange arrow that says seriously on it. Oh, and I grabbed some flowers and that black arrow as well. Yeah. That die pack is so full. I mean, I could spend half an hour just going through all the stuff that's in there. It's amazing. Get a lot for your money with that thing. So I'm going to take these little blue flowers, since I had the blue mist and the blue paint and everything. And I was trying to figure out where to put that arrow because, you know, it says seriously. So I love that because, you know, we were kind of like, seriously? So I pulled up that little thing right there and I put the arrow right there on the picture. That was kind of one of the only places it would make sense to put on the layout. So I just moved everything over. Didn't do too much damage. And I'm going to do my journaling. You know, my journaling just talks about how we didn't let the rain get us down. We're from Florida, so, you know, it raining for half an hour during the afternoon randomly is not anything new to us at all. So it's funny because we would watch tourists who, you know, were just there visiting get freaked out by the rain and they were running for cover, and we were just like, it'll stop in like 10 minutes, which it did. But that's it. And here's the close-ups for you. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you again real soon. Bye.